Well, happy Tuesday night. It is Guiher with Thrive for Success and the Thriving Entrepreneur, bringing you today's Thriving Entrepreneur of the Day. And I see it's a little bit with the light, so let me fix that a little bit. All right, there we go. So, today started very, very, very early. 5:15, dropping my son off at the high school to go down to Orlando, where his senior class is on their trip, and approximately right now they're probably over at Magic Kingdom. And it got me thinking about how much I love Disney, and that when I started thinking about Walt Disney, started thinking about, you know what, and he is described as the original entrepreneur. He was born in 1901, the turn of the century, and in the 20th century. And he really was the definition of a thriving entrepreneur. I mean, he was a risk taker. He wanted to be a cartoonist. He left home at 18 and became a cartoonist, and then was a change maker of the way that we think about film, how film was made. He was one of the first to animate. He then had a vision to create. I was reading all these different things about him. So Walt Disney was born in Chicago, but did not know that. He then has won 26 Academy Awards, the most of anyone, 22 competitive and 4 honorary. He also won 3 Golden Globe Awards. I did not know that. And 1 Emmy Award. And amazingly, in terms of the thing that I also, not only just Disney World and Magic Kingdom and Epcot, one of my favorite places, and the Animal Kingdom and now Hollywood Studios, but my memories go way back with Walt Disney, because the very first movie that I saw at the movie theater, and it must have been a replay of it because it wasn't the first time it was out. It was, I think, when they must have brought it back for a second playing several years afterwards, and that was Mary Poppins. It was the first movie I ever saw at the movie theater, and I remember writing a paper about it in school that ended up in the newspaper. So way back, I think I was in kindergarten, maybe first grade, must have been first grade, and so Disney and all of, Dumbo and the thoughts of all the different characters, Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And Disney really pushed what the film industry was doing. And I think that if you really were to trace back everything that has happened in film, you probably could go back to Disney. And then creating Disneyland and having this vision for a world or a living environment, being Epcot, that was collaborative and that was self-sustaining, way ahead of his time when you think about it. And, the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, that was what Epcot stands for. He was such a visionary, and unfortunately didn't live to see either Disney World, Magic Kingdom, Disney World, and of course not Animal Kingdom and anything else, or Epcot being finished. But so when you think about Walt Disney, he was always moving forward. He was always taking risks and making an impact, and had a vision for bringing not only good work, but laughter and entertainment and high performance in a very collaborative way. So my hats are off to you, Mr. Walt Disney. You are today's Thriving Entrepreneur of the Day. And as a mom whose son is down there enjoying Disney right now, or the Magic Kingdom right now, I thank you for the many generations to date and to come that have been impacted by your vision. So again, Walt Disney is today's Thriving Entrepreneur of the Day, and I hope you'll join me and find out who tomorrow's Thriving Entrepreneur is, and nominate someone that you think is a thriving entrepreneur. You can do that at Thrive, the number 4success.com, Again, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.